We're back in the studio. We have Mad Max with us. Mad Max, how you doing today, man?
I'm glad to see you.
It's good to have you here.
Great to be here.
Good, excellent. What are you going to be cooking for us today?
Well, I'll tell you what, we've done so many great things. It's been quite the ride for us doing this.
It has been quite a ride.
And you know, we've come here. We started at point A, and we took a little dip in the middle, but now we're at point L. So we're gonna wrap up. We're doing a dessert for you. Everybody loves desserts, you know, regular desserts, things to eat. You like? What's your favorite dessert? Tell me.
Apple crisp.
Apple crisp sucks, but it's good. I made some
Well, then what are you
myself.
making for us?
Today we're making some chocolate cake. Now, with cake, you know, you can have it birthday, bar mitzvah, whenever you want it. Cake is awesome. Everybody loves it. So let's not waste the time. Let's get started right here.
Let's get started. What do you got here? What's our first ingredient?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna add is I have some butter, regular old butter, like buttermilk without the milk, just
From a
butter.
cow or a goat?
Goat. We like goat. So,
goat butter.
Goat butter. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter here. I'm just gonna dump that right in the bowl. Don't need that anymore. The next thing I have a 1/4 cup of sugar. And just some people pronounce it sugar, but it's actually sugar. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
Sugar sugar.
Sugar sugar, and we're gonna dump that in there.
Goat butter.
You bet. Next thing, an egg. Now some people like you know, chicken eggs, ostrich eggs. You know, I have a chicken egg right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just crack that, put that right in there as well.
Just on top of everything else?
Just on top of everything else. Pretty sweet, isn't it?
Wonderful.
Yep, next thing, vanilla extract. I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
In chocolate cake, isn't the point of chocolate cake chocolate?
Hey, why don't you just wait and we'll get to it. Don't question Mad Max, all right?
Mad Max knows best, I guess.
I know best. Now, do you know how they get the vanilla?
Don't know how they get the vanilla.
Well, they take the vanilla leaf and squeeze it. That's it. Pretty simple.
Wonderful.
Yep, you bet. Next thing, I have a 1/4 cup of milk. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dump that right on in there as well.
Okay.
All right, now, over here we have some flour. You can't make cake without flour, can you?
No, you can't.
You can't. Now, that's not a tulip flour. This is the kind of flour you're gonna buy at like a grocery store or something like that. So
powder flour.
You smell? Yeah, whatever. Pretty good, huh? All right, great. Next thing, I have some baking powder.
More white stuff.
More white stuff. Lots of white stuff. Well, you know.
For chocolate cake,
chocolate cake.
White.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
You'd be surprised the color combinations you can get. Next thing I have is some baking powder. And I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to dump that in there as well. All right, now the thing you're probably looking for is cocoa powder. You can't do chocolate cake without cocoa powder, right?
Is it German chocolate or regular chocolate?
You know what? It's regular chocolate. Isn't that cool?
Wonderful.
Last thing we need, pinch of salt. Sounds interesting, huh? Pinch of salt. Now, you ever get grandma comes up to these little pinch?
She pinches the cheeks just like...
Well, you don't want a grandma-sized pinch. You want a normal-sized pinch. So go ahead and just like that right in there.
Just like that.
Now, need to mix this all up. And I happen to have right here
you're gonna pull
spatula.
It from your thing.
Spatula. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna start mixing this together here. Now you're gonna want this to gloop up real nice.
Okay.
You know, you want to try and stir.
Sure.
I don't know if you have the proper technique or not. It's real complicated.
Can you guys see that in there? We're just glooping it up.
And you can see,
like
how it's starting to mix together. And you see how it's getting that chocolatey color you were talking about. You know, that's the texture you want.
Cake.
Yeah, okay, give me that. You're not doing it right. You're terrible. You know. All right, so let me just get going there. You want to be real aggressive with it. You can't be shy about making cake. You can't be, you know.
So chocolate cake's a man's cake.
It is a man's cake.
Some cojones.
It's you're absolutely right. You know, if you're a woman, which you're not, you know, yeah, you probably want to do some angel food cake, something like that, but this is not the place for it.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna start dipping it into the bowl here. You wanna make sure you have a microwave safe bowl. Otherwise it's gonna melt and you're gonna have some serious problems on your hands.
So no styrofoam?
No styrofoam. I would seriously recommend against that. So you can see here, it looks a little goofy now, but that's all right. You can see we have our cake mixture in there. Now we're gonna go over to our friend, the microwave. French like to call it, you know?
The microwave.
You bet. And now here's another thing you bet you don't know. The Aboriginals of Australia like to call
Aborigines?
The Aborigines of Australia like to call it the they call it that. So, little fun fact for you. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take this.
Hold on. One more time for that.
They call it the bing bing yang. Oh, that's what it is.
Like
just like that. That was their term for microwave. I bet you didn't know they had microwaves
back then. Let's go ahead and put it in the microwave.
Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to place it right in there. This doesn't have to be covered or anything, so I'm going to close this up. I'm going to go over here to our buttons, and this is going to go in there for 2 minutes. So you want to do 2 minutes roughly.
2 minutes. Dose for our friends in Mexico.
Yeah, for dos. Dos minutos. So 2,
Minutos.
0, 0, and start. And that's it, where you can just let it go, and that's going to cook. So
for 2 minutes.
For 2 whole minutes. So tell me, what was your favorite dish that we did this year?
Oh gosh, man, what did you not do? Those apples were good. The apple crisp.
The apple crisp was great. I know.
Well,
it was a wonderful
I think what
dish.
everyone's wanting to know though is how did you get to doing these crazy microwave concoctions?
Well, you know, that's funny. I don't know. It's one of those things where we just started and I thought, you know, hey, you know, I like to cook. Everybody likes food, and how can we do this and make it great and things that people like? And I thought, well, I'm a little crazy. I can tell. A little crazy.
Little crazy.
And so we wanted to do something that I was like, Mad Max. Well,
Mad
you get
Max.
a little, what's the word? Something word or alliteration is what I'm looking for.
He didn't go to college,
Max's
folks.
MicroMeals. Yes, I did.
you
You can't just do this stuff. You got to have an
Okay.
education
For the
do this.
microwave.
You need a microwave education. I'm telling you, son. So yeah.
So what was your favorite dish that you ended up doing?
Boy, I tell you what. I'm a big fan of some foreign stuff. We did some
57 seconds.
We
on
got.
chocolate
We do.
cake.
We have to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Do you think I don't know what I'm doing?
Nope.
You're trying to question me?
We
Come on
know
here.
you know best.
You bet. All right. So no, we did some quesadillas. They turned out real
Those
good.
were good.
I enjoy the chicken quesadillas.
Those were good.
Everything we did, everything had a little different flavor to it, a little different touch to it, and it's always interesting to know what's going to turn
Everyone
out.
wants to know then, when did you first start cooking?
I in the womb.
In the womb.
In the womb.
He
I was
cooked in the womb.
actually cooking in the womb. So we're winding down here, and I'll tell you what, this is starting to smell good. I don't know if you guys can smell it there. Of course,
Can
you guys
our audience smell that?
can. You? Yeah, they
They're-
can. Now
they're
at home,
if you can't hear.
at Corm, you can't smell it at home, but it does smell like chocolate cake, as
Wonderful.
everything should smell like at cooking. So we got about 10 seconds left now. I'm getting ready.
It's almost done.
It is
We should
almost
have
done.
high-powered this microwave.
It is high powered. So
It's starting to boil.
yeah, it's not. So just a second, and here's the beef in just a second. Yep, there it is.
And
That's
there
the
it's
beef,
done.
and that's always a good sign. The beef is always a great sign that it's done. So I'm going to open this up, and you
want
can
your-
see here that, oh, I don't know, and look at that. That is chocolate cake to perfection. You bet. Now what you want to do, is you're going to let it sit, let it cool, and then it'll be good to go. So I guess that's all the time we have, so it's been a pleasure. Thank you
Yeah,
very
thanks
much.
so much
You
for
guys
having
ate
us.
some at home and enjoy it.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and let this cool down and eat, but first, before we're going to send it over to break, and we'll be right back after these messages.